Sadguru Nath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads the Holy Books of India, ShrimadBhagavatam101. As you may remember, the Yamadutas were explaining to the messengers of Narayana why Ajamil should be punished. And this chapter is the great essence of this book, and the reason why somebody born in the 20th century in Brooklyn thinks it's important enough to read for all eternity. He became a slave to that woman and lost himself completely. He had to steal in order to satisfy her avarice, and he had to gamble. In short, all sins became natural to him. He abandoned his father, his wedded wife, and he lived with this woman in sin. He is an adharmi, and therefore he deserves to be punished. Narayana's men listened to the words of the Yamakinkaras and then said, "All that you say about this man is true. No doubt, he was a sinner. But at the moment when his life was about to leave his body, he called out, 'Narayana, come here.' And that has saved him from your hands. When his name is called, the Lord will never abandon his caller. He treats him or her as his bhakta, and all sins are washed away. This man is no longer a sinner in the eyes of the Lord, and he has therefore no place in the region of Yama. You may say that he did not mean the Lord when he called out Narayana. He called his son. We know that. But still, such is the power of the name of the Lord, that he protects even those who inadvertently pronounced his name. Like a strong and potent medicine, which even when swallowed unintentionally, still cures the sick person who has taken it. Even so, Ajamil, because he said, 'Narayana, come here,' has been saved from punishment by Yama. A person can be a thief, a drunkard, one who deceives a friend, a killer of a Brahmin, one who lusts after his guru's wife, the killer of a king, woman, father, or a cow, or a person who has committed a sin greater than all these may exist. But the name of the Lord, when pronounced, will save him or her from the effects of the sins they have committed. If their child is called by the Lord's name, if the Lord's name is spoken even in a jest, even if it occurs in a song, sung for pure pleasure, even if spoken in disparagement of the Lord, even under such circumstances, the very fact that his name is spoken is enough to make the Lord compassionate towards that person who will be saved. If a person has a sudden mishap like falling down the steps or being stung by a serpent or suffering from a fever, if the subconscious self calls out the Lord's name out of sheer habit, they are saved. The great rishis have prescribed several kinds of atonement for several sins. Each sin has to be atoned for in a particular manner. And even after that, there's no assurance that the person will not repeat the sinful act. These rites are like temporary cures for a disease. They do not get to the core of the matter and destroy the sin in the heart. However, surrender at the feet of the Lord destroys all sin. It kills the root of sin. Consider a large expanse of darkness. Is not a tiny lamp enough to dispel it? And if the lamp is kept burning steadily by being fed with the proper oil, darkness can never come to that spot. The name of the Lord invokes thoughts of the Lord, and these, in their turn, make a person lose their sinfulness. Sadguru Nath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.